mahalo for tuning in to Island Focus and joining me in my conversation with Josh Green, who is Hawaii's Lieutenant Governor. Aloha. And aloha to you.
Great to see you, Lila.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining us and taking the time, especially in this beautiful creative space.
It's beautiful here. This is a gem for Hawaii.
And in your role as Lieutenant Governor, you have a lot of opportunity for creativity.
Yes, because no one knows what to do with the Lieutenant Governor. I can be creative all day long. But creative to solve problems, creative to engage the leadership and the directors, and to try to get people to move out of their mold into new solutions, because we need new solutions for Hawaii.
One of the reasons I just love being in a museum is we can see that there is nothing that is repetitious. Right. Everything is unique. And so what is your unique signature in your office?
Well, I come at it with a different perspective. I'm at least half doctor and then Lieutenant Governor. So everything I see, I'm trying to think about how we can apply wellness, how we can apply a different approach that considers how people will live their lives in a healthier way. And that can apply to kids in schools, people who are homeless on the streets, just the health of our state. And a lot of our conversations when we have creative people coming in from all walks of life, because they come to the Lieutenant Governor's office to see, could this idea fly? Could we begin to implement a new sustainability plan or a disaster preparedness plan or a health plan? We get to be creative, and I try to apply that health perspective.
So in terms of disaster preparedness, it's kind of a scary topic, but it's real for us, and with environmental change. How are you addressing that particular topic?
So we brought together experts from across the country, including from the federal side. They come and sit around the LG's table, and we treat everyone like an equal. There's a thing called the RRAP, which puts together a master plan over time.
RRAP?
RRAP. God help me, I don't even want to
That's
try
creative.
to regurgitate the acronym. But to bring those people together from different sectors, from, of course, national security, from cybersecurity, from the perspective of what happens if the harbors get taken out, and what would be the health implications, what would be the food implications and the clean water implications. We can be creative, and they have to have a master plan together so that if, God forbid, a hurricane does make that turn and hits us here in Honolulu, we have to be ready. We don't have a very long window of resources. We're here alone. We have to know what we do immediately. What's the long-term plans for the harbor? What's the short-term plans for our people? And I enjoy that process. I enjoy people putting together ideas, thinking openly and creatively.
Well, and what I hear you saying too, it's more than just problem solving.
Yes.
It's actually creating opportunities for people to participate.
It is.
And with all the different pieces of the puzzle, how do you relax?
I don't like to relax very much, so it's fun to intensely go at it. So we'll sometimes have a group of 40 or 50 people, all from different walks of life. So sometimes, for instance, when we're looking at homelessness, we don't just have the housing coordinators and the Department of Human Services directors. We have community leaders like Hui Aloha. We have an opportunity to bring the homeless individuals themselves to sit around the Lieutenant Governor's table, again as equals, to tell their stories. These are people who may have been bankers, may have been artists, may have been teachers, who fell into a tough time. Maybe they had mental illness, maybe some addiction, maybe just economic crisis. But by putting everyone around the table that way and putting together real plans that I can then take to the governor, take to the other directors, sometimes do them myself with my nonprofit friends, all of those are good opportunities to try to help people. And that's how we're handling the job.
So if you were to define what creativity is, from a non-governmental perspective, maybe non-task, but how would you encourage people to let their natural creativity come forward?
For me, I think you just totally deconstruct the rules. I hate rules in general, which makes it very ironic that I'm Lieutenant Governor.
And a doctor.
Yes, I really don't like those rules. I like to try to be creative. As you know, there has to be creative thoughts to heal and to find a plan for somebody when they're ill. But creativity is breaking loose from the chains of traditional thought. And that is very important because for the solutions of tomorrow, we can't continue to just have the exact same plan and pray that enough houses get built with the same model. Pray that we get enough people shelter and health care with the same model going to Queens and Straub. Helping our schools improve with the same model where we only teach people 12 grades, always in the classroom, without other kind of breakaway creative ideas. So it has to change. I think the good news is society is changing and creativity is there.
And what I hear you saying as we conclude our conversation today is that the change and the creativity is actually present now.
It is.
And when we put it together now, then the future is guaranteed a little bit better.
Yeah, I think people be very surprised at how our team approaches governing, which is it's absolutely open. I give people my cell phone and I ask them to call and share and participate. And the more young people that we can get involved today, just on the other side of the cameras, we have 2 interns that are hearing and learning, and they'll have a lot of input going forward too.
Yeah,
so,
thank you so much. Appreciate your time and your creativity and your energy, and thanks for coming into the museum.
It's great to see you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining us on Island Focus in my conversation with Josh Green, Hawaii's Lieutenant Governor. Mahalo.